Good morning, YouTube. I'm just gonna turn you a little bit so I can see you. The camera still hasn't moved from last week's vlog. So welcome to this setup. If you haven't watched last week's vlog, I've been editing off my TV because I'm fucking cold. In fact, it's snowing right now. Today is Monday the 17th of February. It is 9:20 in the morning. I've just been editing last week's vlog. It probably won't go up till tomorrow. I just don't have time to edit it today. So yeah, last night I shot a gig. I went through the photos last night, but we won't have time to go through them again today, probably, because Aiden from Atlantic Rift has just sent over the changes that he wants made to the little edit I'm doing of two of their songs. That's going to be an ad for, their songs so people can stream it, for Void and Delve. But yeah, he sent through his changes. It's just text and logos that I need to change. I think they're happy with the general, how I've mashed up the two songs. So I'm gonna do those changes real quick. So it would be nice to just get it across to him now so they can get it. Oh god, I had the mic the wrong way around. So sorry, the audio sounded so shit there, sorry. But yeah, I'm gonna quickly do those changes. But I was just starting off my morning with a little bit of vlog editing because it's going to be a busy week. So today we're obviously going to the Devil's every time. So today me and Alex are going to the Devil Wears Prada. There we go. We didn't add an S onto Devils. I don't know why I keep wanting to say it. The Devil Wears Prada. It's at Slay. I do need to tidy the flat, but before I get into tidy mode, I just want to get the Atlantic Rift edits done. I'm also uploading... I'm also uploading footage for Belgrove. It's going to take 4 hours and 44 minutes. So I can't really move this for the next 4 hours and 44 minutes. That was a bit of a silly part on my part, uploading it when it's still, connected to the TV. That was silly. I might wait for one of the files to upload and then I'll move it. The Belgrove guys, I sent them the 360 kind of edit that I did while I was on the bus to Alex's on Saturday. It was really cool. It was really fun keyframing that all, but I messaged them being like, if you want the raw footage as well, I'm more than happy to give it to you because then you can kind of fuck about in the GoPro app. But I didn't realize it was going to take 4 hours and 44 minutes to upload 2 clips. My internet is shit. So yeah, welcome to a very chaotic vlog. There's gonna be a lot happening. But let's first off get those Atlantic Rift edits done and then we'll take it from there. I have really enjoyed editing like this, not gonna lie, it's been great fun. Hello everyone, it is Wednesday, is it 19th? It is 10 minutes to 4, 15:50. Today is Motionless and White Day. Stop! Alright, I've not spoken to the camera all day because I'm just anxious, nervous, trying to distract myself from what is a way to happen in literally 3 hours, 2 hours. Today's Motionless and White Day. Right, but before I can get really excited about Motionless and White, because I am really excited about it, I think when I last spoke to the camera in last week's vlog, so the one that I'm currently uploading, I've been working on that this morning because I just haven't had time this week because I was at the Devil Wears Prada. Oh my god, I said it right that time. Hell yeah. On Monday. Had a really good time. A really silly time because I obviously didn't get a press pass for that one. It was at Slay. I forgot how small Slay is as a venue. I really had memories of it being so much bigger. So I'm really glad I didn't have to shoot that show and just got to enjoy it. And it was so fun. Me and my friend Alex, we do get a little bit silly at gigs sometimes, especially because I knew it was going to be my last gig for a while that I'm not working. Because every gig that my friends have booked tickets for this year, I've said I'm not going to buy tickets. 1, because I can't afford it anymore, and 2, I'm just going to hope and pray I get press passes. And what's so funny about the Motionless and White gig is obviously I found out that I won it in the wheel spin, but we weren't sure if it had been confirmed yet or not. And then Monday it got confirmed if I review the gig as well. So not only am I shooting Motionless and White tonight, I'm also reviewing the gig. I've never done a review before. I'm very nervous. Still recovering from Monday's gig because like I said, it was one of those gigs where it was one of the last ones I know I'm not working it. So I just wanted to enjoy it and have a little bit of a silly time. I went in the pit, got very, very broken from the pit. Someone punched my nose. I'm actually surprised I don't have a broken nose, bruised nose. I've got bruises on my arms because I crowd surfed. I never crowd surf. I've only crowd surfed at Slay so far. That is the only venue I've ever done it in. And it's fun, but it literally lasts for 3 people because the venue's so small. Yeah, we did that. But it was a fun time. It was a fun, silly time, and I very much enjoyed it. But yesterday, Tuesday, I did no work. I literally just couch potatoed all day because my body hurts so bad. Very fun. But today, obviously, I'm being sensible. I'm not drinking tonight because I'm obviously reviewing the gig and I'm shooting the gig, and I'm going to drive there as well because of the O2 Academy. Alex is also coming to this gig. She already had tickets booked for it, and this is actually what I was trying to say earlier. All my friends have booked tickets for loads of gigs this year, and I've just kind of gone, nah mate, I'm going to get a press pass. And funnily enough, Alex bought these tickets for Motionless in White ages ago. She bought 2. She didn't know who was going to go with her. And then she was like, do you want to come with me? I know, I wasn't actually game for buying tickets at the time because I was so broke. And I was just like, I mean, yeah, sure. But my logic is that by that point in my life, I'll be good enough to be getting press pass and will no longer need to buy tickets. And then she reminded me, I said this last night when we were chatting, like, that we were manifesting I wouldn't actually need a ticket because I'll be shooting it. And but what is life? So yeah, I'm pretty fucking chuffed that tonight's the night. It's also quite a full circle moment. Again, me and Alex were talking about this because Motionless in White was the first band I saw when we went to Malta for the Bring Me the Horizon weekender. As we arrived at the festival, they were playing. They were the first band we saw, and that was like a really good trip for me and Alex and our friend group because we all really bonded on that trip. And then I saw them obviously at Barrowlands, and when I was looking at the dates, it was 2 weeks before my job at Stretch Social came to an end. And I was going through quite a chaotic time in my life at that period, and I just remember everything that was happening around that time was just crazy. And when my job at Stretch Social came to an end, I made the decision that I want to work with bands and musicians. Like, that is now what I want to do. Like, if I can't work in the drinks advertising industry, I'm going to work with bands because that is what I absolutely love. Like, I love being at gigs. I love this genre. I've always loved how music videos were produced. As a kid, I would sit and watch the music channels, and I am obsessed with that side of video production. Let's fucking do it. Even looking back on the videos that I got from Motionless in White at the Barrowlands that night, you can see the clogs turning and you can see the footage that I'm getting is getting better, and like I'm just more in tune with like what I enjoy capturing. So yeah, when that job ended, I knew instantly that I really want to start making this a thing. So yeah, it's really full circle moment that this is my first gig that I'm reviewing. First time shooting at the O2 Academy. I've now shot 2 gigs for Discovery Music, but this will be my 3rd one. 4th time having a press pass. This is just, it's all happening, and I'm just very excited by it. And Motionless in White, I'm gonna cry so freaking much, honestly. It's not even gonna be funny. But we got a couple of hours before we even need to leave. I've been charging all my batteries, all my SD cards are dumped. Obviously I'm filming on this camera than now, but I am gonna sit and do some photo editing because I did shoot Bilk on Sunday night along with 2 of the support bands, and I did go through the photos yesterday. I rendered all of my selected photos through denoise, but I just haven't gone back and edited them. So we're going to do that just now while watching a bunch of Motionless in White documentaries and interviews just to get an idea of what we might be in store for. I'm quite nervous about reviewing a gig, not gonna lie. I've never had to do that, and it's something I do really want to do. I really want to challenge myself to be able to write about all these gigs that I'm going to and be more informed about what I'm saying. But I just don't feel very confident as a writer. But I think the only way you're going to feel confident about it is if you force yourself to do it. And the only way I was going to get a photo pass is if I was going to review the gig as well. So here's to nothing. Let's fucking go for it. Let's do it. Let's review and photograph Motionless in White. Good morning, YouTube. It's not even morning anymore. It's Thursday the 20th of February. It is 11:13. So it's the next day. I don't think I filmed at all after the gig, unlike when I came back from the Harrow and I filmed like all night and did like an all night edit session. I was super tired after like last night's show. Hell yeah! Sorry, I'm just checking my messages because I've messaged a bunch of people for filming on Saturday. Another reason why I didn't do an all-nighter is I know I've got another gig this week, and it's Mosh Fest. I was meant to be shooting a different gig this weekend, and it was for somebody I'd shot a gig for in November last year, and he like pretty much booked me then and there, saying like, the next gig I want you to do is on the 22nd of February. I messaged him a couple of weeks back being like, are we still on? He was like, let me check some things, I'll get back to you at the end of the week. A week went by and he still hadn't got back to me, and I messaged him again at the beginning of this week being like, look, it's okay if you need to pull out because I actually have another band asking if I can cover them at another event. So, and yeah, they haven't sold as many tickets as they were hoping, which is a shame. I always feel bad for when people are expecting to, make a lot more out of something and they don't, and therefore they have to cut costs in other places, i.e. photographers and videographers. Marketing budgets are the ones that are always going to get slashed. Which I'm very understanding of. I'm going to fall over, just whack the ISO up a little bit more, just because I do look very dark, even though I do like to hide in the shadows. It's just, I want it to be a little bit better. So yeah, I am now filming Mosh Fest on Saturday, and the band that I always work with, Datura, have been added to the lineup, so I'm going to be covering their set. So I've just messaged a bunch of the other bands that are on the bill, because it's only really got confirmed for me in the last couple of days, and I'm like, I'm so sorry, I'm so last minute out offering my services, but are you interested? And yeah, a couple of bands have said yes, so that's just another one saying they'd be keen, and another one's asked for my prices. So I'm doing admin as well while feeling super fucking dead, which is great for me because I'm like, I need to think about numbers and I need to edit and I need to talk to the camera and update yous on what the fuck happened last night. So I really wanted to have a proper, come with me and film Motionless in White, but honestly, for being the 4th time I'm collecting a press pass, every single time it's been a fucking nightmare. And at the O2 Academy, it's a big venue, it's bigger than the Barrowlands, it's like the biggest one before you get to the OVO Hydro, so it's a big venue for me on my 4th gig, and every gig I've done before that has been quite small, other than SWG3, but I go to that venue so often. The O2 Academy I've only been to maybe 3 times. Electric Callboy, I Prevail, and Simple Plan, I think, are the 3 times I've been there. There's maybe been another gig, but that's the 3 I can remember. And they've all been a really long time ago. Like, the last time I was there was for Simple Plan, and that was February 2024, so a whole year ago, and I've been to 72 gigs last year. So there's a lot of gigs that happened after that moment, so I don't really remember it. I don't remember the layout, and it's just every time I go to a venue, I always think it's a lot smaller than I remember. But this one felt small and big at the same time. It was stressful as fuck because every security guard I spoke to on the approach to the venue said, talk to the next person, talk to the next person, I don't know, talk to the next person. Talk to the final person before I get to the doors or where the window is to collect my pass. And this poor lassie, it was her first, she just started her shift. I don't know if she said this is her first time even working the venue. She was just super new to it. She had no idea. And I was just like, look, I've been told I'm supposed to just go to the front of the queue because you're collecting a press pass. You need to be there. You need to get into the venue. You can't queue with everyone else because the queue is hundreds of people long. You're gonna miss the band. You need time to get into the photo pit and things like that. So I was told to go to the end of the O2 priority queue, and I was like, are you fucking kidding me? The O2 priority queue is massive. It's not like 20 people. It's hundreds of people long, going all the way up past where I'd parked my car. So I was just like, are you fucking joking me? The lassie said, I'll come find you if I find out anything else, but please just join this queue for now. And I was just like, oh my god, this is not happening. So I ended up joining the queue at the very end, and luckily these 2 people who were kind of monitoring the end of the queue were asking everyone who joined the queue, it's O2 priority, O2 priority. And it's hi, I'm press. I've been told to join this queue, but I'm new to the Discovery Music group, but I've also been told by the group we are supposed to just go straight to the window. That is what you're supposed to do. And this guy was so sound. He works DJ events. He understands the whole collecting pass problems, and he just took me to the front of the queue. He was like, right, I totally get it. You're just gonna slip in here. I'm gonna make you sound super important, and you're just gonna go in the queue here, okay? And then you'll get your pass. I was like, you are my savior. I love you so much. Thank you. So I joined the queue between the 5 people back, but none of them are actually queuing for the windows. So as soon as the windows open up, I notice another photographer. She's at one window and I'm at the other. And we're chatting away. And this is when the next problem arises. My name hasn't been passed on to the venue. There's no record of me or Discovery Music or anyone being on Motionless in White's thing. And she's like, could you be on any of the other bands? And I'm like, no. Here's the email chain. You can see it's all Motionless in White. I hand her my phone. I'm like, you can scroll through it. And she does. And she's like, well, you need to get them to confirm it with us. You need to contact a man. So I'm emailing the person from Motionless in White that had confirmed it with our person from Discovery Music, and asking the Discovery Music Facebook chat that we've got, because there's like 60 members in there, and I'm like, I can't get in and I've sold my ticket, like, please. Luckily, another member of DM was also shooting the event, Laura, my saviour. She's like part of the admin side of the team, and oh my god, she was amazing. She comes over and she's like my saviour, basically. She speaks to the woman on the window and explains stuff, and like she's done this venue several times, so they know her, and then got her. Like, I don't know what happened. I don't know if something happened behind the scenes. We were waiting for a bit, but we eventually got our passes, and it was so quick, like how fast we had to go from outside and get our bags checked. I don't know what time every band was on at, but I believe that the first support act was on at 7:30. And as soon as I get down to the press pit, I have 2 seconds to chuck my camera bag on the ground, and the band are starting behind me. I'm trying to clip my cameras to the harnesses. I'm trying to screw on the things because I hadn't done that before. All of the issue with the press passes meant that, like, literally we just got there in time for the first band coming on, which thank fuck we didn't miss them, because the first band that was on was Fit for a King. No, Brand of Sacrifice. And oh my god, they were so cool. And I was reviewing the gig as well. I don't know if I mentioned that in the stuff I was speaking about before I left yesterday. So I did need to, like, pay attention to what was going on. The press pit at the O2 is pretty big. Like, you've got a lot of room to run about, which is great. I loved it. The stage is pretty high up though, and they had monitors. So I don't know if I can show you any of these. These are all my unedits. Like, I've not really edited yet, but your view is pretty. So they have these things. These are like the speakers or the monitors. Then we had 2 video cameras as well for when Motionless were playing, because they had screens behind them so anyone further back could see, which I've never seen happen at the O2 Academy before. I really liked it. It wasn't great for us, the photo people, because now you just crop, or you just content aware fill, you know? But you had these monitor speaker thingies, and then you also had the riser, the step up. I want to call it a riser because I'm sure I've heard someone call it that before, but I'm sure that's what you call what the drums is on. But as you can see, it meant I never had a clear view of the drum kit, which is so annoying. There was just so much going on. And I know that a lot of my photos are terrible, but I was just so panicked. But some of them are so fucking good. So I'm very excited to edit these properly. There was also fucking fire and angle grinders. I don't know if I have any photos of them right this second. There you go. Sparks. Sparks were coming off the stage. I was terrified. I wasn't terrified, but you felt the heat of the fire and you were like, well, fuck me, there's pyrotechnics. I should have been warned about this. I'm right next to the stage. I could literally touch someone's foot if I wanted to. I was that close. It was crazy. And also, in previous times I've had press passes, I'm thinking about the bands that I've shot. Bob Villain, there's 2 people. The Ahaaa, there's 3 people. Motionless in White, there's like fucking 4 on the stage, and then there's the drummer, so there's 5 members to try and capture. Plus, there were these lassies that came out and did shit. There's a lot of people to try and cover in 3 songs, and it felt so fucking fast, so chaotic, and then you had those 2 fucking video cameras in the way. But what was so nice, and this never happens, it was an all-female photo pit. We were like, oh my god, girl power, look at us go. When we had to leave, so after 3 songs you have to leave, you have to go out the side door, and then your cameras will get checked in at the front desk. But as we were walking to the front desk, we were all just like, oh my god, I can't believe it was all those girls, look at us go, woo, girl power. Because obviously we had to leave and then come back in, and I was reviewing the gig, it was so densely packed. There was nowhere I could go that, like, I could see what was happening on the floor. I didn't want to get in people's way. Like, I was just here to, like, enjoy it as well as review it. But it was too packed for me to actually get to a point where I could see anything. So I'm heavily relying on, like, looking at other people's footage as well from last night to make sure that what I'm gonna write is correct. But yeah, I do want to do a good job of it. So we'll see what happens. My photos, I am a little bit like, oh, I didn't really get as much as I wanted. Same with the video side. I think it was just because it was such a high stage. I'm so new to this still. Like, I need to give myself that kind of like, don't be so hard on yourself. There will be still good photos within this. It's just when I went back and looked through, I was a little bit disappointed. I was like, oh man, the Harris photos were so good, but then I have to remember I had the whole set from the Harrow to shoot. I literally only had 3 songs and I had to put my cameras away. Like, we weren't allowed to like shoot from the crowd or anything like that, so you only had those 3 songs, and you also had crowd surfers coming in the whole time during those 3 songs, so you get kind of trapped at the sides and the security guards be trying to like keep you in places. It's really difficult. I have a lot of respect for people who can do really good photos in the pit, because I just felt like I was shutter spamming the whole time. So we'll see what we got. I'm really hoping I've got some good stuff though. But yeah, that's the update. That's the update. I'm gonna sit and edit all these photos now. I got a lot of editing of photos to do today, so I'm probably just gonna rattle through them and maybe I'll chat to you guys after. I'm so tired. I've made myself a coffee, but no doubt I'll be on a monster very soon. Because I hit the mute button? I hit the mute button. Okay, right, well, you didn't see any of that or hear any of that. Alrighty, I've just vlogged for ages to the camera, but my mic was muted, so let me quickly catch you up on what I was talking about. I'm just getting my food out the air fryer because it's probably going to beep at me again. Not the best time to be vlogging while I eat, but my mic has given me no choice. Alright. Oh god, audio is recording this time. That's great. Well, I don't have long to catch up with you guys because I'm off on another shoot. So I just edited the Motionless and white pictures, and the supports have just ran through denoise, but I don't have time to finish them off because, like I said, I am going on another shoot tonight. Because the other person I was shooting with last night, Laura, she isn't feeling well, and she'd asked me last night, well, I even offered to her last night, look, if you're not feeling well and you're having to drive through from Edinburgh to Glasgow, I do not mind covering your gig tonight. I said this before I realised how tired I'd be. So yeah, I'm gonna quickly eat, watch some YouTube, and then head out again for another shoot. So rock and roll of me. Oh god, I'm causing chaos. When am I not causing chaos? Oh, you can kind of see. Maybe I'll zoom in a little bit so you're less of the shit background. Oh, the lighting is horrible. I'm back from the gig. Someone in the DM chat, we love the DM chat, has just asked if someone has a flash gun mount light that would work with their Sony. And I've never tested the flash on this. I don't think I have. I probably have, but... So I'm gonna assume I need to be in manual, and... God, what's the photo settings on this? Silent shooting is on. Since when has silent shooting been on this? I thought I turned silent shooting off. Where's silent shooting on this? I get a feeling it's not actually called silent. Oh, there it is. It's silent shooting. Menu 4. Silent shooting off. Alright, and then go back to main menu. Oh, Jesus! Yeah, it works. I'm awake. So yeah, I'm back from the gig. My back is really sore. I haven't even dumped the footage from it. I think I'm just gonna go to bed, in all honesty. And tomorrow I'm gonna get up super early and just crack on with editing and dropping off this flash for somebody in the DM chat. I'm so nice to these people, honestly, but I'm all for helping other photographers out, genuinely. It's nice to be part of a collective. It's nice to help each other out. It's nice to be nice. I've said this so many times. And I don't know if it was this vlog. I think it was last week's vlog, which has just gone live, and nobody's watching it, which is a shame. I might just do it. Just for the shits and gigs, why not? Am I gonna freak out? I'm not gonna freak out. I might freak out. TikTok requires my age to go live. Fucking outed me as being an elder emo. Preview, sorry. Just do it. We're doing it. We'll see how this goes. Oh, I don't really know what I want to do with this edit. I've literally just jump on here to like force myself to do my editing, but haven't decided what I'm doing yet, so you're coming along for the process with me. Any suggestions are more than welcome, by the way. I know it's not the best angle, but we're working with it. How messy is my desk? You can't tell, can you? Oh, I just want to sit back down again. Fuck. No, we don't want to import through Lightroom because honestly it fucks me off more. I really need to sort out my storage. It's next week's problem. Let's just get info on the Canon card. Used 62 gigabytes. Oh yeah, we've got space then. Fantastic. 2024 client. No, we're in 25. 2025 clients. New folder. Mosh Fest. 1,586 items. Oh boy. Oh, hello YouTube. Oh man, how are we doing? Today is Sunday. Oh, hang on a minute. I'm not ready. Why do blankets want to infuriate me? Not just lie the way I want them to lie. Hello YouTube. It is Sunday. I literally just looked at it. 23rd of February. It is 20 past 4. 23 minutes past 4. Oh my god. I'm a bit of a dead boy today. This week has been mental. Absolutely mental. I went to 6 gigs, like photographed and filmed 5. And like when I say gigs, there's multiple people on all of those gigs, you know, you gotta capture all the supports. And then yesterday it was Mosh Fest. So I'm really fucking broken. Mosh Fest was so good. I obviously went to it last year. It's a kind of new event in Glasgow for the hardcore scene, hardcore breakdown, beat down something genre, like hardcore, fucking pig squealy kind of hardcore. It was mental, absolutely mental. I didn't really film any behind the scenes or any kind of vlog worthy content. I'll hopefully like share some clips from what I actually captured because it was insane. But I've just done so much this week. So let's catch up a little bit. From all the gigs I went to, I'm going to include last week's Sunday gig in this kind of roundup because it has been within the last 7 days, I feel like. There was that Bilk concert gig that I covered last minute on behalf of DM, Discovery Music. That was obviously in last week's vlog. And then on Monday, I went to the Devil Wears Prada, but I was just attending that gig. Wednesday, I shot Motionless in White with Brand of Sacrifice and Fit for a King. That was like in the last 4 days. That's insane to me, but like it feels like a lifetime ago because there's just been so much happening. Thursday, I covered a gig again for DM, which was Hinds, as in Hind. Every time I say that, I feel like I'm saying Hinds the beans. I'm not. They were fun, they were nice, they were a bit more chill, and the support act for them, I'm gonna look at my phone because I actually can't remember the name of them, and I probably should know the name of them because I'm a way to edit all of that. We'll get to that. Clutter was the support act for Hinds. See? Hinds. Although my phone is super overexposed, so you probably can't read that. So that was Thursday. Friday, I was a bit of a zombie. I don't think I vlogged. I think I may... Nope, I didn't vlog at all. I think the last thing I vlogged was when I got back from the gig on Thursday. Yesterday, I didn't vlog at all. And now today's Sunday. Oh, yeah, because yesterday was Mosh Fest. And like I said, it's a heavy kind of day. I work with Datura quite a lot. I think you guys have seen me work with them quite a lot. So when they were added to the announcement, obviously they were going to ask me to cover their shoot. Obviously. Their shoot, their show, their set. I'm fucking brain dead, okay? You gotta give me some, I don't know what the word I'm looking for is. Anywho. Oh look, the sun is like... actually like making me not look pale today. I mean, I'm always pale, but not as pale. Yeah. So yeah, Datura got added onto the bill, so they asked me to cover their set. So I messaged a bunch of other bands that were also playing, just asking if they wanted coverage. So the first 4 bands of the day all said yes, which was amazing, but it meant that I was going back to back ham for 4 sets. And oh my god, Mosh Fest is just crazy. It was at the Audio Lounge, which was one of my first gigs I did as a freelancer back in May for Bitterwood, Atlantic Rift, who I've worked with quite a lot, Bloodsun, who I have worked with since, and Forager, who were amazing. So I have really fond memories of that night and really loving that venue. So to get to go back there yesterday and experience it with the Datura lads, obviously Sean was at the previous one back in May, because he organised that one. But just to experience it with the whole team and meet new people, speak to new people, speak to new bands, and like, yeah, it was really, really nice.
So the bands that I was filming yesterday was Resist, who are brand new to the scene. This was their first show. So like really appreciate the fact that they were like happy for me to capture their set. From the fucking get-go, it was crazy, man. I loved it though. I absolutely thrive on that kind of energy in these environments. Like people just absolutely going ham and thrashing about. Look at the lighting changing so much. Man, it's been so like... The weather is changing and I love it. Sorry, my ADHD thoughts are just totally chiming into me trying to tell a story, but I get distracted by the fact that the lighting's changing. It's made such a difference to my mood, the sun being out. It's still fucking cold. Like, I still got my hot water bottle and blanket as always. But, you know, I don't have to have my dressing gown on right now, so that's something. We're slowly getting into the warmer times. I'm so excited for March to be next week. Holy fuck. Like, how are we 2 months down into this year? What the fuck? I love it. This year's already just, like, I already just feel so happy about how things are going for me. In terms of, like, I'm making... Like, it's fucking hard. I've expressed this quite a few times, that financially it's fucking hard. But the fact that yesterday so many bands were absolutely happy for me to shoot them and they're paying me to shoot them... It's very rare to get that sort of yes a lot of the time. A lot of the time it's no, we don't have budget, or no, we don't really need it or see the point in it. You do get a lot of rejection in this industry, because I do want to say that, like, or you have to work for free, because a lot of the stuff I have to do for press is for free. It's exposure. It's you're getting the opportunity to shoot your favorite band. You're getting to go to the gig for free. You know, it's still a lot of work. So when there is bands that do value the fact that it's a lot of work and do want to pay me my rate, you know, I love that. I absolutely love that, especially new bands like Resist, because it was like their first show. So really happy that I filmed that for them. After Resist, it was another band who, oh my god, I should really look at the lineup. But to be fair, it doesn't help, because this band that came on second, Sean from Datura was filling in as their vocalist. And then it was almost like musical chairs, because every member was swapping about the place. We had the drummer jumping on vocals for a bit. We had other band members from other bands jumping on vocals. We had so much craziness going on. It was amazing. I'm going to look at the poster to try and remember what band that was. Silk Spleen, potentially? I'm going to say Silk Spleen. So that was crazy. Lots of fun. Then Datura were on. I love those boys. I love working with them so much. They know that. I always appreciate the fact they always want me to come and shoot their shows. So yeah, I was having a great time. Filming and photographing their set. And then Woodhall is a new band that I'm working with. They'd actually reach out to me for filming and photographing the show they're doing up in Aberdeen with Datura in April. And obviously when I saw that I was now going to be shooting Mosh Fest, I gave them a message being like, I'm going to be here if you want me to capture this show. And they were like, oh my god, yes. So shout out to you lads. You are so much fun to capture. I'm really looking forward to shooting 2 more of your sets, hopefully, the Aberdeen and Glasgow dates in April. So yeah, that'll be good. And then Slept On as well. I forgot. I actually did 5 bands, not 4. I mean, technically Silk Spleen, it was because Sean was like, do you want to get some photos and shit of this? I was like, absolutely. But I think because it's not their actual lineup, it's not really they need that content, but it was more just because it's kind of funny how chaotic it was. The lineup got changed a fair bit because of Bitterwood having to pull out. Bitterwood is such a good band, which is such a shame they had to pull out due to health. It would have been amazing if they were there, because like I said, the first gig I did when I started freelancing was the Bitterwood show at the Audio Lounge. So I have a lot of respect for those guys, and I still really want to shoot them again because they're just so much fun. So I'm looking at the poster now. I think Trauma Bonds were up after Slept On, or it was Scalpel Deal. I'm not entirely sure, but I did miss Trauma Bond's set because at this point I was a very broken boy. It's very chaotic filming in that kind of environment. There's arms flailing about, there's people bouncing off the walls. I got knocked into quite a few times, which was actually in a later set I got proper knocked into. So yeah, I was just like, I've done my work for the bands who've asked me to film them, so I felt pretty okay to take a little breather at this point. So yeah, unfortunately I didn't get any footage of Trauma Bonds. I did try and go in. The room is tiny, if you hadn't noticed from this footage. But the room is tiny, and I did notice that they did have a photographer, so I feel like if you've already got someone else covering it, I don't want to get in their way. Like, you want to give the space to whoever is photographing their set. And then I believe Well, hang on a minute. Maybe Trauma Bonds was on after Slept On, because I do think I caught some of Scalpel Deal's set. I don't know. It's a bit of a blur. No, Scalpel Deal finished the night. Clench Your Fist was on after Trauma Bonds. Now they had come up to, well, they had travelled to Glasgow for this. This was a UK exclusive day for them. Can't remember where they're from. Somewhere in Europe. My brain's not with me today, so I do apologise. They were fucking amazing. Like, Germany, I was speaking to one of the promoters, Ross, who helped organise last year's Mosh Fest and was kind of helping organise this year's. This is like the pre-Mosh Fest as well. This isn't the full Mosh Fest. This was like a mini Mosh Fest, but like it still felt mega in my eyes. I was speaking to one of the members of Clench Your Fist, and they were speaking about Germany, but I don't think he's from, I don't know where they're from, but maybe Germany. I don't think it's Germany though. I'm totally wrong with that, but that's the only context I have to give location. Sorry if I don't know where you guys are based. But Clench Your Fist was doing a music video for one of their songs, so I was like, oh, you guys have a media team? That's totally fine. Like, I'll just let you guys do your thing. I'll just grab a few bits for the highlight reel. But then they said, like, oh, we've just got lots of friends filming stuff on their phones, so if you can get some footage, absolutely, please. I was like, okay. Okay, yeah, now I'm gonna feel like I have to do this because I really want you guys to be able to, you know, get good footage from this, especially if this is your UK exclusive date, and, you know, you guys are fucking insane. So that was a very scary set. They just said to me to like film like little bits here and there, like 30-second clips for social media, but you just want to be constantly filming everything because there's just so much going on all the time. So I did. I filmed most of their set until it got to the song, which is the song they wanted to do the music video for. I filmed that and then I boosted from that room because I got knocked into during their set, which was fucking terrifying, and I had to like hide behind Sean as a barrier at some points because I was like, I'm not risking my cameras anymore, like I need to get out of here. But it was fun. They got confetti cannons and shit as well, which I'm really excited to edit some of that footage because it was filmed in 50 frames per second, so it'll look cool slowed down, I think. And then to close the night, we had we had Divide as well. Where was Divide in this set? I think maybe they were after Clench Your Fist. I'd filmed Divide before, I think at the previous Mosh Fest or something. I'm sure I'd seen them before. I'm sure. I don't know. I filmed a little bit of them. They were one of the bands I'd messaged, but they never got back to me, and I was just like, I don't think they're really interested in content, so just filmed a little bit of their set. Again, I was very dead by this point, because after the fucking Clench Your Fist set, deed. Absolutely deed. And then, yeah, the last set of the night was Scalpel Deal. And they'd come up from Nottingham, I think, or somewhere beginning with an N. Is there any other places in England that begins with an N? Was it Nottingham? I don't know. They'd come up from somewhere in England. And yeah, their set was insane as well. So yeah, they were fun. They were really fun. I grabbed a few bits of their set, and then again, I boosted out of that room because again, you want to let the moshers have fun. There's no photo pits and things like that for these sort of venues. So you do have to be very aware of yourself. You're gonna get smacked. It's very scary. There was a few lassies in there for different sets where I just saw them filming on their phones. I was like, well, watch yourselves, man. You've got to like have your elbow out and ready. Lifting my arm up really hurt there. Oh, I'm just gonna boost the ISO again because the sun's disappeared a bit. But yeah, that was Mosh Fest. It was fucking, I'm so tired. So tired. But I had such a good day and went out for some drinks with the Tour lads afterwards, and it was just so nice because the amount of gigs that we filmed together, we've actually not had a night out. So we went to Slouches and it was so good because as soon as we walked in, it felt like Underground, the venue back in Aberdeen that I used to work at, like the playlist. It was literally that playlist for the first few songs. Then it went to like normie music, like 99 Red Balloons, which also would play on Underground if I'm being honest. And then a couple of the guys from Tour started requesting songs and the DJ would put them on like instantly. Although we did request Shadow Moses by Bring Me the Horizon and he never played it. And then I went up like all, I heard my pal ask for Bring Me. Can you please put on some Bring Me? I don't know if he heard me. I was just like, I just really want some Bring Me. And then he put on Throne, which is the most overplayed Bring Me song, and I was just like, fuck it, it's Bring Me, I'm happy. And we had some Corn, we had some Freak on a Leash, we were getting real hyped up for download. So yeah, it was just so much fun. And then when we were like, all right, we need to start thinking about leaving soon because it's getting to like 3 a.m. We want to try and beat the queues for food. So we'll have 2 more songs, finish our drinks. Literally 2 more songs go by, the next song that comes on is Bring Me again, with Kingslayer. Again, a massively overplayed song, but I fucking love it. And we get up and we're screaming and we're dancing and we're having a great time. So our drinks were not finished by this point. And the next song that comes on was Enter Shikari, A Kiss for the Whole World. And I was just like, this DJ is my best friend. So shout out to Slouch's DJ. I loved it. It was a really nice way to end our night. And then, yeah, get a McDonald's. And I came home and slept through all my alarms this morning, which was not good. And now we're here. It's now nearly 5 p.m. What the fuck? So I'm a really tired boy today, a really sore, tired boy. I'd left my car at the audio lounge last night because I did end up having a few drinks and I was like, well, I'm not going to drive, obviously. So went to go pick up my car, and the guys from the tour left their merch in my car, so they met me at my car to pick it up, and it was just the funniest scene. I wish I had filmed a clip of it, but Alex, who drives the band, has a tiny little car for 4 band members, a drum kit, 2 guitar, like a guitar and a bass and a merch box. It's a comical scene trying to see them all trying to fit in that car, honestly, but hilarious. I loved it. So after I picked up my car, I'm now here. I've been home for about a couple of hours. I've just decompressed a little, but yeah, I need the energy to get on with some editing today. And then when I went to go pick up my car, I mentioned I was going to go to Monster. I mentioned I was going to go to Tesco to buy a crate of Monster, but Sean had one spare, so he kindly gave me this pipeline punch. So thank you, Sean. You have saved my soul today, so I didn't have to go into a fucking busy-ass Tesco on a Sunday. So now what I need to do, and have put off pretty much all week, is catch up on my photo editing from all these gigs. There's so many gigs and photos to edit. It's ridiculous. I got my Motionless and White ones done, obviously. If you haven't seen them, I've been posting them everywhere possible. Instagram, TikTok, Facebook, Threads. I'm just really proud of those photos, honestly. And I finally got the supports for that as well, exported, so Brand of Sacrifice and Fit for a King. So I have submitted those photos, but because Motionless and White was the only one I had actually booked and agreed to do last week, I need to now go get the ones that weren't necessarily booked in my timeline of getting things done, the ones I just covered, which was the Sunday last week's gig for Bilk or Blick. Bilk? Blick? I always forget which way it is. And the 2 supports that were there. And then also Thursday's photos as well. And then we need to edit Mosh Fest photos. But honestly, that's a tomorrow problem, I think. I don't think I can bring myself to sit and edit those photos. Oh, you know what I did do? I live streamed the other night for the first time. I've been experimenting with live streaming on TikTok. It didn't do super well, but I do want to actually start live streaming my editing process because I think that's quite fun. But yeah, maybe we'll talk a little bit more about live streaming next week. But if you're still here at the end of this vlog, let me know your thoughts on live streaming, because would that be something you would want to watch me, and how would you want to watch that? Because I have just been doing it in the middle of the night because I'm kind of nervous about it still, and I'm still figuring it out, so I don't really want people who know me watching right now. But I'm now putting it on YouTube, so now you all know. But in case you've seen some random case, Studio was live streaming at fucking God knows what hour in the morning. That is why. I'm just figuring it out and seeing how it goes. But I'm trying to live stream on Twitch and TikTok, and it's literally just me editing photos on Lightroom. So it's pretty chill, it's pretty nice, and you get to kind of see a bit of the process as to what goes into editing all my photos. With TikTok though, I haven't got enough followers yet to actually unlock being able to stream via Streamlabs or something. So I can't stream from my desktop. I have to use the app, and my camera's on there, so it looked really bad because it was filming a screen. Like, it looks super overexposed. The colors aren't right. So I felt like my photos just looked shit, and I had to keep saying in the chat, being like, I'm sorry, they look good to me, but they look terrible to you. I don't know when I'll really get the TikTok thing going. I would like to get it going, because to grow on Twitch, you really need TikTok or some other streaming platform to kind of get it going. I might even try live streaming on YouTube, which might be quite fun, because I already have an audience on YouTube. So if you so happen to see a live stream pop up, and you're like, what the fuck's this? Then that's what that is. But yeah, I'm probably going to end the vlog here. Oh, I'm just going to boost the ISO again. The lighting's changed so much in this time I've been talking to the camera. It's been a hectic as fuck week, filming and photographing 5 gigs and going to a gig. My body is so broken. Next week is a lot of editing, which is great. Yeah, it'll be nice and chill, and hopefully I'll actually be able to vlog a bit more. It's just pretty hard to vlog while also running about and shooting a lot of shows. So I'm sorry I didn't get much of the behind the scenes, all of these shows. It's just I'm trying to focus on doing my job sometimes. So yeah, a little bit lackluster on the vlog content this week. But I mean, if you can see the state of me right now, I think you'll understand as to why. Your gal's a tired gal. But thank you so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. Like and subscribe, comment down below. You know the drill. And I'll see you guys next week. That'll do.